Good morning, folks. The time is 8:33 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 19th of March, 2025. Now, of course, that's the 20th for our friends on the other side of the planet there. Hello, Melbourne. Hello, everybody. My name's Lee. I'm the guy that started the group. Well, I thought it was funny. This amazing group that you're a member of, you are awesome, and you're you. You know how I know you're awesome? Because you help me create this amazing group, right? That means you're awesome because the group's awesome. Thank you for being here, folks. I really appreciate it. It is a day off for me, and so it's going to be a lazy day. I don't have a lot of stuff to do, but I have this video to do, so at least I got something to look forward to in the morning, because I don't mind making a video for 1,200 people. That's right. We've got 1,200 people in this wonderful group this morning, folks. And that's 1,200 beautiful people just like you and I. So let's call us what we are. The funniest village on the internet. Population us. We're funny people living in a funny place. We're making people laugh. And that's what it's all about. Making people laugh, folks. So what are you doing this morning, my friends? I have a day off, as I just mentioned a moment ago. I believe I mentioned it. Maybe not. Maybe it was in a previous take. That's right, previous take. These do take a couple of takes usually. But yeah, I've got a day off, and I actually have no real plans. I don't know what to do, and I don't feel bad about it. Maybe I'll go out, do that loop of the thrift stores that I never do, because I always plan on it. End up hitting one with a buddy of mine, and then just end up doing something else. So today, I think perhaps I'll go do my little loop of some thrift stores. Maybe find a comedy CD. Look for some books. I'm always looking at cheesy electronics and video games and stuff like that. So who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky. So why don't you let me know what you're up to, folks? I know yesterday Melissa Garnahan was hanging out with her boss, her grandson Parker, that's her boss, and the pooch, the grand pooch. I cannot remember the dog's name, but it's such a handsome looking dog. Really is. A gorgeous looking dog. And, I didn't hear from Rose Glad yesterday, but I know she's been busy. She's getting the house ready for that new dog. Maybe that new dog's at home now. Maybe that new dog's coming home today. I'd love to hear how that's going, Rose. Folks, I want to hear about your day, but I'd also love to see photos of your pets. I think that'd be amazing if you want to share them. I am an animal lover, and I think we got a lot of animal lovers in this group. Seriously, I love all animals, my friends, even the ones that don't like me. Why don't you send in some photos of your pets, my friends, along with telling us what you're going to do for today, or what you feel like doing today, or what you might do today. And heck, even throw in some photos of your plants if you've got some plants you're proud of. I'd be happy to see that. I'd like to make a connection with a few of you. We do hear from Rose quite often. We hear from Melissa Garnahan quite often. Just love to hear what's going on in your life, my friends. Not trying to pry, just interested. Well, that got us to here pretty quick. And where is here? Here is where we show off a couple of great posts from a couple of great posters. Now, I've got a post from David Knapp, and I've got one from my mom. Yes, that's twice within 7 days, a post from my mom. You know what? Tough. It's my mom, and she's a funny lady, and this post made me laugh. Actually, I found the post, and then I found out it was from my mom, so it wasn't planned that way, and I'm not apologizing. We're going to bring up the first post from David here. Let me bring that up right away. And this, after losing the other site to hackers, or the other group, I should say, this hits home. It made me laugh. I've seen this meme worded differently before, but I love the way it is right now. The other time I saw it before, it was the kid was acting tough like he was on the internet, but he was in real life. There's some truth to this, I think, my friends. And at the same time, it's funny. Thank you very much, David. Now, the next one's from my mom. Don't complain. It's from my mom, and she's funny, and the meme's funny. This is a discussion that Wendy and I have. Now, Wendy claims to have no preference, yet she seems to put it on with the paper hanging over the back a lot. And I do have a preference. I think the civilized way is the way the lady's got hers on her shirt, coming over the top. If you ever look at the patent for toilet paper in a roll, it shows it coming over the top, my friends. I don't know why this bugs me, but at the same time, this meme makes me laugh. Thank you very much, David. Thanks, Mom. Thank you, Mom, for a whole bunch of things, actually, including making me. But thank you for the great memes. Thank you for the posts, folks. Thank you to everybody for your great posts. Keep them coming in. This is how we grow. This is how we get busy. This is how we get cool. You got to post your posts, folks. You find something funny on the interwebs that you think would fit here, just share it. Go ahead. If it doesn't fit, don't worry about it. We have that queue that we have to go through, and things don't go directly to the front page. It's all right if you post something that doesn't fit. As long as you post a bunch of stuff, we're going to make sure that the right stuff gets through, folks. That's what we do. And if it makes you laugh, it might make somebody else laugh. So come on, share it with us if you see it out there. And also, if you find something funny in the group, please, please, please share it. Don't copy and paste it to your group as a new post. Share the post. This is a public group, and you can share those posts. Now, this is a message to my friend, Artie Lautner. R.T. Lautner. We've known you since grade 9, my friend. You're a great friend of mine, but I keep seeing that you're copying and pasting our posts instead of sharing them. There's no reason why you can't share these posts, Art. Come on, Art, do me a favor. You've got a lot of great friends in your friends list. I'm sure some of them would be great members of the group. You could really help us out. And quit screwing us, Artie. I'm not mad at Art. Art is an amazing friend of mine. I haven't seen him for a few years, but we're in contact online. But yeah, Art, do me that favor, man. Quit copying and pasting the posts and start sharing them. It's going to help us a lot. Speaking of helping us a lot, friends, and I know I should be going on to the joke segment right away, but I just want to throw in the little fact that we've got 2 contests going on right now. They're pretty basic contests, although they're not necessarily simple contests. The first one, the one that I really would like to emphasize, is the Get Us to 2,200 members by April 11th. What is that? It's doubling our membership in a month, less than a month now, and I might have to extend it or maybe look at a different version of that contest. But we'd like to double our membership by April 11th. What that is getting you and other people to just suggest a group to people. Say, come on, we got this amazing group here that we've created. Sorry. I have to move Thatcher. She's getting into things she shouldn't. You know, and speaking of making the group bigger and better and everything, through sharing stuff like that, we have 2 contests in an attempt to make the group, to grow the group, actually. The first contest, it's called Get Us to 2,200 members by April 11th, and it's that simple. The concept is that simple. It's not that simple, of course. What we'd like to do is hit 2,200 members by April 11th. Now, that is basically a doubling of our membership currently, and I know that's difficult, probably unrealistic, but we're still trying. So we'd like to get as many of you to suggest the group to your friends and people you know, and just even get them to join. And if we hit 2,200 members, that's 2,200 members by April 11th, on that day, I will draw from all the members for a shirt. Another part of that contest is the people that you refer to the group, if they leave a message saying, I joined the group because of so-and-so, like you, I'm on our welcome page that we have. I make note of that. I have a spreadsheet. I'm making note of that. Everybody that joins and referring somebody else, I'll make note of who referred them. At the end of the 30 days or the month, on the 11th of April, if we hit the 2,200 members, of course I'm going to draw for that one random shirt. But whoever referred the most people, I will also send them a shirt. So you have a chance of winning a shirt yourself just by referring people. And if we hit 2,200 members by April 11th, I'm gonna choose from the entire group randomly, pick a number, and then go through the list and hand out another shirt too. So there we go. 2 shirts that we're going to be handing out if we hit 2,200 members on the 11th of April. We also have a second contest. The second contest is a rebranding contest because currently there are 3 groups out there, at the minimum at least, with the same name and using my graphics, which bothers me so much, folks. I'm sorry to be bothered by that, but it does bother me. And we're thinking about possibly a minor rebranding of the group, maybe a tagline, something like that. Maybe the real, well, I thought it was funny. The authentic, well, I thought, whatever. Send in your suggestions, and you send those to contest@wellithoughitwas.com. That's contest@wellithoughitwas.com. I'm going to keep an eye out for those, and if we find something that really catches my eye and I think is good, we're going to use it. And even if we don't rebrand, if there's something that really stands out, something particularly good, we're going to reward that too, my friends. We've got a contest going for that. The details of those contests are going to be in the notes for this video, but I thought I'd mention it before we get to the jokes, because I think a lot of people stop watching at the jokes. So let's figure out where we are right now. Well, in the video. I'll never know where I am in life. Started off, I told you what time it was here in Mountain Standard Time. Then I told you what the date was on this side of the world, and on the other side of the world, hello Melbourne. And then I mentioned what I was doing today. No real plans at all. Then I asked you what you're doing today. I did mention that Melissa Carnahan let me know. Yesterday she was hanging out with her boss, her grandson, Parker. and the Grand Pooch. I cannot remember the dog's name. I'm so sorry. Then, of course, we mentioned that Rose Glad is getting ready for that new dog. Maybe that new dog's here now. And then I asked you folks to share your days. Let me know what you're doing today or tomorrow. You know, share what you feel like sharing. But I'd love to hear it. I also asked for more photos of your pets. I'd love to see more photos of your pets, people. And you can throw in photos of your plants, too, if you're particularly proud of them. We're just interested in what you're doing and what makes you tick, my friends. Then after that, I shared a couple of posts one from David Knapp, one from my mom. Thank you, folks. Thank you to everybody for your posts. Remember, folks, keep sharing your posts. And if you find something funny on the group, share it to your Facebook feed. Don't copy and paste it. Right, Art? Then we talked about our 2 contests. I'd love to send out a shirt to you folks. I'd love to send out 2 shirts. It's going to cost me more money than I want, but it's worthwhile if we can double our membership. And don't forget about that rebranding contest. Send your ideas for rebranding to contest@wellithoughtitwas.com. That's contest@wellithoughtitwas.com. I'm keeping an eye on that email box, just looking for your input. And that got us to here. And then when you get to here, the only place to go is to the bad jokes. I was in a Windows store the other day looking for new windows for the house when I got the urge to run around naked. But somebody had spilled Windex on the floor and that kept me from streaking. I had nothing to do the other day, so I thought just for a laugh I'll go to the casino. Yeah, well, 3 hours later I laughed away my car. My wife says I can be an idiot sometimes. It's nice to get permission from her. My cell phone accidentally took a 10-minute video of my feet yesterday. Some great footage. Apparently Humpty Dumpty had a terrible winter. It's too bad, though, because I heard he had a great fall. Did you hear about the ventriloquist whose dummy was a donkey? He was always talking out his ass. What do you get when you mix a motorcycle with a joke? A Yamaha! What do you call a boomerang that won't come back? A stick. Spiders are the only web developers that like finding bugs. What do penguins drink in the summer? Iced tea. Oh, thank you so very much for... Thank you so very much for coming back for those bad jokes. Thanks for watching the bad jokes. Thanks for liking the bad jokes if you like those bad jokes. I know a few of you do. And thank you again to David Knapp. David keeps sending me in jokes, and I am so happy that he does, folks. He sent me, he sends almost daily, he sends me in daily jokes, and it's great because it makes this job, it's not a job, it makes this portion of the video much easier, and this portion of the video is the toughest portion of the video. You know, by sending me in jokes, it saved me a bunch of time having to scour the interwebs for new jokes. Now, I actually went out and bought a new book, too, because, you know, I've showed you folks this book. Well, I'm almost done this book, but they've got 2 more books, apparently, and I bought this one. Now, I'm not plagiarizing. I am showing my sources all the time. I'm not claiming that I've written any of these jokes, except for there has been 1 or 2 jokes that I wrote, and I claimed those at the time. But folks, I just want to say, these are quality. These are quality publications, because these bad jokes are tough. It's tough to find bad jokes, or dad jokes, and these are funny. And take a look. That's Dad Says Jokes on Instagram, folks. So check them out. I gotta thank them for providing these books, because they're actually pretty good. $15 a piece, folks. That's not their fault. That's just how much it costs for a book in Canada. But yeah, so that's a great source. So David has been the most amazing source of jokes. These books are great supplements. And folks, I want to tell your jokes too. I do. I'll tell your jokes. You just got to send them to me. Send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughtitwas.com. That's jokes@wellithoughtitwas.com. I check it. I check the mailbox every day, my friends, and I'm looking for fresh jokes from you. David, I know I'm going to see an email either today or tomorrow. He always sends in the jokes, and I look forward to them. But I'd also like to hear some jokes from you, too. And, you know, I'm not going to steal your joke. As you know, I'm giving David credit right now. I give credit to the folks at Dad Says Jokes, and I use jokes from their book there. I give credit. I let people know where I get my jokes. And I will give you credit or blame, because there's sometimes bad jokes, right? Who cares? It's fun. Send in your jokes, my friend. Jokes@wellithoughtitwas.com. Jokes@wellithoughtitwas.com. I'm looking forward to telling your joke, but you got to send it in or else I'll never even know it exists. Oh, and you know what? I do that penguin joke every day, and I'm not sure how much longer I'm doing a penguin joke every day, because I'm running out of penguin jokes. You can help me with that. I get my penguin jokes from Penguin Biscuits. It is a confection out of the UK. I would call them cookies. They're wonderful rectangular chocolate biscuit. You know, you got the with the chocolate cream filling, and they're dunked in chocolate. They're chocolate coated. They're fantastic. They're tasty. But the most important part there is everyone has a joke on it. And every joke is a penguin joke. I've been doing those penguin jokes every day. So if you can get me some penguin biscuits from the UK, or if you have a friend in the UK, just as important, that would work too, that I can make contact with, that would be happy to ship me out some penguin biscuits, I'm going to pay for them. I promise. I'm going to give you credit, and we're going to have a pretty cool story to tell on here about how I got my penguin biscuits. So come on, let's make this happen. It's not that difficult. Now, I understand if there's no one from the UK in here, that's fine, but maybe you have a friend in the UK, and maybe they want to be part of this little, these shenanigans, the cookie shenanigans. It's going to be kind of fun, because I'm going to talk about it on the group here, and I'm going to thank you, and I'm going to have some new jokes. And I just need somebody to help make this happen, my friends. Please help me make this happen. Or even better, McVitie's. I'm tired of saying this, McVitie's, but you probably haven't heard it once. I do your jokes every day. Every day. That's right, for free. And I give you credit for it. I put your logo up there and everything. I even throw a little clip of a penguin like this one. You know, every day. You should sponsor the joke segment of these videos, and these joke segments are standalone videos on that I post to YouTube, Instagram, and unfortunately TikTok. So check it out, McVitie's. Sponsor these joke videos. It's gonna cost you next to nothing. You'll supply me with some. Maybe you'll supply me with some biscuits with some jokes. I'll even be happy with just some jokes and a database or something like that I could use, and give you credit every day, of course. And when we're talking about money, it's going to be so little that it's not going to make any difference to you, but it'll definitely make a difference to me. Let's make this happen, McVitie's. There's no reason why you can't do it, except for the fact that you don't know I exist. That's a big reason, of course. We're going to try to make sure that you know that I exist and these jokes exist. I don't know how to do it, but if anyone else there knows how to help me with that too, I'm listening. I'm open to suggestions. How do we knock on McVitie's door in a way that they hear? All right, enough of that silliness. 2 quick favors. I'm asking this every day. You're probably getting tired of this. I want some input on what we want to do in these videos, but I'm still going to ask those 2 favors because I think they're kind of important. First favor, make somebody laugh if you can. Not always appropriate, but if you're in an appropriate situation, make somebody laugh. Why? It's just going to make their day better, no matter what. If they're having a good day, it's a better day. If they're having a crappy day, it's a much better day. Making people laugh makes their day better. Second favor, you're as important as anyone else. Find something that makes you laugh, my friends. I want you to laugh too. Just because you're making other people laugh, and you are. Look at this group. Look what you're sharing. You're making people laugh every day. You deserve to laugh. So if you find something that makes you laugh today, you've done me that favor. And you know what? If it's particularly funny and it's worthwhile sharing, why don't you share it with us here? We'd love to know what made you laugh. And awkward portion of the video, we have a donation page. Why do we have a donation page? Because we spend too much time on this group. I tell you, it takes away from other things in life. It is worth it though. This group's amazing. You're amazing. But it does take away from other things in life. And if you want to help, we do have a PayPal donation page. What is it? Well, it's a place where you have an option to donate $2, $3, or $5. Those are Canadian dollars. I stress that because if you're in the United States, it is significantly less than $2, $3, or $5 for you. The $2 donation is like $1.70 for your $1.67, and that scales up that way. So the 3 is less than 3, and the 5 is less than 5. It basically comes down to pocket change for a lot of folks. And if you can afford it, and if you feel like it's a good thing to do, we'd love to get your donations here. It's going to definitely help us continue doing what we do and going to help us grow. Also, 50% of any donations we get will go to the Calgary Humane Society, folks. So we're looking forward to your donations, but once again, we're just happy that you're here. We're in it for the funny and not the money. We also have a store. We have a great store. We've got great products. We can look at that. Hey, look, we've got that coffee cup. The new one is even better, and I'm going to be showing it off soon because mine's in the mail. It's on its way here. What's new about it? Well, still the same size coffee cup. I've changed the Starfield a little bit. Dorothy's on both sides of the cup. And we have a QR code on here that brings you to the page, but this one brings you to the group that was stolen. Well, I don't want to be advertising those jerks, so we've got a new QR code on there. We've got t-shirts. Of course we got shirts, man. I've got this 3/4 sleeve rock shirt. Let me show you, folks, without showing you my big fat belly. Sorry about that. So this is the 3/4 sleeve rock shirt, my friends. I call it a rock shirt because it reminds me of the shirts I used to buy at concerts all the time. These 3/4 sleeves. I absolutely love this style of shirt. We of course have a just a regular t-shirt, which is a really good quality, nice thick cotton shirt. These come in different colors. We've got a hoodie, a beautiful hoodie. I've got phone cases. I have a tote bag. And once again, Rose Glad's going to get tired of me showing this off every day. But there's Rose Glad with her tote bag, carting around her rubber chickens. It's a great size bag. It's canvas, and it's got our beautiful print on it. That's Dorothy the Spokes Cow, my friends. So, folks, if you really want to help us out, either check out our donation page or go to our store, grab yourself some swag here. I think you would look fantastic in these designs. And if you do purchase one of our shirts, one of our hoodies, that bag, that phone case, whatever it might be, I want to see a picture of you in it, my friends. I want to see you showing off your, well, I thought it was funny products, your shirts, your coffee cups, your bags. Let's see it, my friends. Thanks for listening to my spiels there, folks. I found a little uncomfortable. I'm not great at that. But I do believe that our store products look fantastic. They look better than this, by the way. Like, I show this one off. This was the first one ever made. There's that little white line. That white line's not on the new ones. That was just me not knowing how to place the graphic properly. But I still think it looks great, and it's a great quality shirt. Get yourself one. All different colors, too, my friend. Yeah, you know what? It's time to wrap this video up. I want your input, my friends. If you'd like to see something new in these videos, I would absolutely love it. I mean, I'd be up to doing a funny movie review, or, you know, there's probably things you'd like to see that I don't even know. So let me know if there's something you want to see, and I'll see if I can implement it. I'll definitely do my best. If I can't, I'll just let you know why I can't. Yeah. But I'm interested in maybe expanding the videos into something a little bit different. I like the fact that we celebrate who we are, like how awesome we are, because we are awesome. We've created something awesome, my friends. But can we make this more entertaining? Probably. Probably. And with your input, I'll do that. I'll be happy to make changes if you think we should need some changes here. I mean, if you just want to see the jokes and you think the rest of the video, I'm still open to hearing that. I mean, I don't know if that's what people are thinking, but let us know what you think, what you'd like to see in these videos. Do you think we should do something new? Think I should get rid of something? Either way, I'm going to work to change the videos to make them better for you, my friends. I just don't want to get stagnant, and I'm doing the same thing every day. And, you know, that's okay. I don't mind. But I wouldn't mind adding something new to it. But I want it to be something that you're interested in, my friends, because these videos are for you. They're not for me. Well, I mean, they are for me, too. They make me think a little bit in the morning, which is a good thing. So let me know what you'd like to see, my friends, if there's any changes you'd like. I really want to hear about your days, as I said earlier. Let's see your pets. Let's see your plans. Don't forget about those contests. Let's see if we can get to 2,200 members in that 30 days. If not, let's see what we can do. I mean, let's see how close we can get. But I think we can do it. I just have to learn how to promote that contest better. Promoting in the video is great, but you folks have already shared this group. You folks have already got people in here. There's a lot of people that never watched the video. So, got to figure out a way that I can promote that better. And you know what? Let's say it here. You know, I've already repeated it earlier. We've got 1,200 people here. 1,200 amazing people, and that is a great group. We want it to grow, of course, but we're happy with the 1,200 that we have. And as I said at the beginning of the video, I like to call us the funniest village on the internet. Population us, funny people making people laugh, right? And that is the whole plan I've ever had. All my life I've wanted to make people laugh, and all my life I've been able to make people laugh. Now we're able to, you know, spread it out a bit more, and it's not just me. It's just something I created that's making people laugh, but it's making people laugh because of what you're sharing, my friends, and that makes me feel really good about what we've created here. And let's make it bigger. Let's touch more people's lives, folks. Let's make more people laugh. Let's share the group. Let's get those numbers through the roof. But the numbers we have are great. And you know what, folks? I'm gonna stop the video now. I'm gonna let you go. But I want you to know that I really appreciate every single one of you. I love what we've created here, and I love the fact that you're watching these videos. So you know what? I'm going to be back again tomorrow. Hopefully you're going to be here. Maybe we'll have a couple of new people. But no matter what, all the love, my friends.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.
That was funny.